Is this how you train your help? How can you let him speak anyhow he wants to?
Well, the thing is, we grew up together.
What if you did? I mean, you're not on the same level. Why are you being so lenient with him?
Love and the Crown is the movie I'm reviewing today. This movie is executive produced by Wood Kadiri, producer is Precious Kadiri, and the director of this movie is Richard Abagana. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that name correctly. A quick recap of this movie is two young couple who got married early due to their royal status, and their kid also fell in love with a poor girl. Due to their rights and tradition, he was supposed to take a second wife, but he refused to do that because he actually loved his first wife. That was another disagreement that was happening in the palace. So guys, that is a brief recap that I can really give you, because this movie is a lot of confusion that is going on. What I like about this movie, I'll start with the storyline and the lesson. I think the lesson I can pick from this is love the right person, or royalty is not everything. That's basically what I can pick from this story. And another thing I love about this movie is the cast and the directing of this movie. The cast I'm going to talk about, the first one is the girl who acted Katura in the one who was Wicked to Annabel in the movie. Yes, I really love her character so much. This is the second movie I'm watching. When she's acting, she embodies the Wicked character. When she's acting it, you feel that she's acting it so real. She's in character, and you think this is how she is in real life. She's a very young actress. Kudos to Ruth for bringing her on board. I mean, in terms of Nollywood, and she's doing what I mean. She wanted to be royalty by fire by force, and she did everything to be one, but she didn't succeed. And I love every display of emotion that came along with her wickedness that she was playing. Sometimes some actors, you don't even need to direct them too much. They always bring out that character in life, and I think this girl is one of them. I can't wait to see what she has to offer in 5 years to come, in 10 years to come. She will be really, really very good. And it comes with experience as well. She's really good at this early stages of her career. So she's one of the characters I really love so much. Another character I love in this movie is her mother. That's Ketura's mother. This woman is a legend. She's not new to the industry. I'm sure she has been acting for more than 2 decades now, so she's experienced. She knows the job. She know in and out. She was in character. Not much to say. I enjoyed her in this movie. Another character that I love so much is Chaka's character. That is one of the maid, or the head maid in the palace. Yes, that character, she was at a point, her character was annoying me. It was irritating. That was how good she was actually, because she was doing it to the point that I was so irritated. I was like, if I'm in the queen's position, I'm going to strangle this girl to death. That was how good she was. I really love her character so much. She did super well in this movie. Those are the 3 characters that I enjoy in this movie. So yes, coming to what I like, those are the few things I love about this movie. Now, what I don't like about this movie, let's start with the location. First off, this is a movie talking about royalty, kingship, tradition, rules, culture. Location for this movie is equal to 0. This house they use for this royal movie has been overused in YouTube movies. The aesthetic of this movie does not befit what they were trying to portray. 0, 0, 0, 0. Location of this movie, 0. Hospital, we didn't even see any hospital safe. 0. The location of the poor girl Annabel house, 0. It was as if it was a container house they were staying in. Oh man, everything, location of this movie is practically zero. There's nothing about any of this location that speaks volume of a kinship, a kingdom, a village, a community. Nothing of such in this movie speaks anything like that, like waste of time when it comes to location. I hate everything about this movie when it comes to location. To talk about location, this movie lacks a lot of originality. They picked landscape videos, pictures from the internet and inserted it in this movie. God, I don't know what Ruth was thinking. The quality of this movie is zero. Location, zero. Fake landscape. The palace, the supposed palace is not palace. They tried as much as possible to use some cloth, is it leopard or tiger cloth to beautify the seats or the couches in the zero. It was not given. I know it was not given, zero. Then acting and casting of this movie, let me start with Annabel. No emotion whatsoever. She and Kelvin, they were not giving anything. There was nothing to connect with it, what they were acting. They were acting as if they were just in their normal life. They were not in character. A poor girl was not giving us tears. They were maltreating her. She was not giving us emotions. The tears, she just was crying, being sober, no tears, no emotion. You could not connect. You could not feel sorry for her when she was being maltreated. You could not connect with anything she was doing. Now Kelvin, he was also not giving anything, trying to protect the girl. He did what he's supposed to. They were just not in character. You could not just connect with what they were doing. Oh my goodness. Acting from Annabel and Kelvin, zero. I did not feel anything at all. I did not like what they were acting. Then Toosweet Annan, he was also very disconnected in his character. I think, sometimes where you are, your location gives you a vibe, or who you are acting with gives you a vibe. Nothing like that. I wasn't getting the command as a king from Toosweet Annan. He wasn't giving that command. He wasn't giving that presence as a king. He was not in. I don't know how to put. Everything about all the characters in this movie was given zero. Can we even talk about the queen? The queen has no power, no authority. She was given zero royalty in this movie. All she did in this movie was appear in her costume and just walk around angry, being sober because the king was not giving her attention, or she was scared the king was going to marry another wife. She wasn't given authority. She could not even exercise her power as a queen of a kingdom. When she was supposed to help Annabel, she has to seek permission. She wasn't using any of her authority. Like, what? No. Everything about the characters in this movie, zero. Then we talk about costume. Oh my goodness. Costume of this movie is another thing that I cannot even talk about. Kelvin's costume, there's this train that was just sweeping the floor, just like Toosweet Annan. They were trying to give us these American movies, Welcome Back from America or whatever, something relating to that, like, costume wise, that was what I was looking at in terms of the way the queen was presented as well as the king, but it was not given. They were trying to give us Igbo queen mother and king, and that was not it. They were trying to modernize the kingship. It was not given. Everything was just sourceless. The prince, what's his name, Kelvin, he was not given at all. The outfit was zero. I wasn't feeling it. Oh my goodness, what is this? another thing I didn't like about this movie was some scenes that were so poorly done. I'm going to give an example of the blind woman, that's Annabel's mother, when she was walking on the street. They were going home, and then the prince and then his friend was also, you know, just taking a stroll in the community, and that is not even a community. We know what and how a community looks like in Africa, and this was not given. That's what I'm saying. Location of this movie, zero. They were walking, and the way the blind woman tripped and fall, and the way the two boys rushed to help was zero. It wasn't giving acting. It was as if they were doing play in this movie. It was like, okay, when you see that, when you see that she falls, then you run and go and help. Okay, it was not giving any raw talent at all. Nothing of. And then another thing I talk about was the, you know, costume wise. As a blind and poor woman, you are wearing designer scarf, you are wearing designer sunglasses. What thing happened? How did she have money to buy all of this or have access to these things? And another thing that I don't like about this movie were the palace guards and maid, as if they were not useful in this movie. Like, no connection. None of the bodyguards talk in this movie. None of the palace guards in this movie talked. Even the one, you know, when we talk about movies that has to do with kinship like this, we always have a scene where the maid are gossiping. A scene where the two maids are gossiping was poorly done as well. No sauce. Everything just lacked that sauce that connects you and makes you enjoy that movie. It was not even giving Igbo kinship. It was not giving anything at all. There were too many things happening in this movie. Guys, this movie was poorly and badly written. Everything about this movie was giving nothing but poor acting. It was as if they are rushing. All this, I'll give this movie a 2/10. And of course, my rating doesn't change a thing. Should definitely get her views due to the people or due to these two youngsters that she used in the movie. Waste of energy. The actors were not given. Ruth obviously rushed. The writer of this movie, we know you just pick stories from everywhere, added it together as one. I mean, the pressure to produce a movie on YouTube every week is what is making some of these producers like this, the mediocre of this movie. I cannot even emphasize on the fact that you waste your time. But of course, it's Ruth Kadiri. She's one of the pioneers of Nollywood YouTube producers, and she has stamped her feet on YouTube. So even if the movie is mediocre, people are still going to watch. And of course, this movie, she used Annabel and Kelvin in this movie. She's going to get her views no matter what. People are going to say the movie is good, the movie is good. If you have a better way of thinking, if you value how Nollywood movies should be, trust me, you will not be giving accolades to this movie. The movie is waste of time, trust me. If you go and watch movies from Bolaji or Bimbo or even Ibaka TV, if you watch movies from this channel or even Chine Love Eze's channel and you come and watch movies like this, you're asking yourself, what the hell is this? Guys, I don't even want to talk. The movie was even super long. I review Nollywood movies and talk about life and relationship. And of course, also I dive into issues that are relatable through these Nollywood movies that I review. So guys, thank you so much for supporting my channel. I really do appreciate it. So guys, thank you so much for watching this quick one. I'll see you all in the next movie review.